Ball's placed there at the 35-yard line for the Panthers. Another handoff, this time to 28. That's Ethan Whitted.
The running back Ethan Whitted there on the handoff, brought down by number 25 Nathan Bean and number 23 Riley Reisman.
Was brought down by Riley Reisman, number 23.
There's a flag on the play. Holding against the Coyotes.
Looks like a holding call against the Coyotes. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, bringing him back to the 40-yard line.
So that'll be 1st and 15 from the 40.
First and 15 here. Flag, looked like some movement early there.
Ball start, or offsides against the Panthers. Moves the Coyotes back to their original at the 35.
That moves the ball back up to the 35-yard line. Making it 1st and 10 once again. It's like a pass play. Almost intercepted by Jan Andringa there.
Ethan Kranz's pass incomplete. Jan Andringa on the coverage there, almost a pick. Brings up 2nd down.
Second and 10 here. We got about 10.5 minutes left. Pass to number 7, Davin Quayle.
Pass is complete to number 7, Davin
Completed
Quayle,
is enough
down
for
by
a
Nathan
first
Bean,
down.
but not before a Coyote 1st down.
Ball's placed at about the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 Coyotes at the 22-yard line.
Sorry, the 22-yard line.
Number 5, Colin Bresky on the handoff there, brought down by a whole pack of Panthers. It'll be 2nd down at about 5 from the 16.
It's 2nd down and 5 from the 16-yard line. The handoff there didn't get very far.
Ethan Kranz on the keeper, brought down in the backfield by number 23, Riley Reisman.
And Krantz tried to keep that one. Brought down by Riley Reisman.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 8 from the 20.
Ball sits at about the 20-yard line with 8 yards to go. It's 3rd down. Another passing play, lateral pass to number 5, Colin Bresky, who runs it in for a touchdown.
Kranz pass is complete to number 5, Colin Bresky, and it'll be a touchdown, 20-yard touchdown pass there.
Brings our opening score to 6 for the Coyotes, 0 for the Panthers. See what they try to do here. Looks like they're going to kick.
Riley Sparks on for the extra point.
good for the extra point. 7-0 in favor of the Coyotes. Our sports season's just kicking off this summer. Our school year just started last Monday. Volleyball's been hard at work. Their first game last night against the Falcons. Terrific night for the volleyball players. Varsity won it in 3. Cross country has their first meet, on Monday. They'll be going out to the Millbank Breathe Easy. Riley Sparts will be kicking off to the Panthers here.
The Panthers is Riley Reisman and Charlie Beck.
Riley Reisman and Charlie Beck are receiving.
Up for Coyotes. Sparks' kick goes out of bounds.
Kick is out of play.
Ball will be placed for the Panthers at their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
So about 8:47 left in the quarter here. The ball's placed at the 35-yard line on the Panthers side. 1st and 10. Pass off to number 23, Riley Reisman. He is brought down by number 50. That's Dylan Groves.
6-yard gain on the play. Ball will be at the 41.
Looks like it's about 2nd and 4 here.
Number 5, Charlie Beck, tripped up right around the line of scrimmage.
Ball handed off to Charlie Beck, number 5.
No gain on the play.
No gain on that play. He's brought down right away. Back to Riley Reisman, who is brought down at about the 40-yard line.
Brought down by number 12, Caleb Strikers.
It's like a gain of 1 on that play.
About a gain of 1 on that play. 4th and 3 from the 42.
So we're at 4th and 3 from the 42-yard line, still on the Panther side. Kick is received by number 28. Flag on the play. Ethan Whitted. He is brought down.
Charlie Beck's punt is returned by number 28, Ethan Whitted. Flag
brought
on the
down
return,
at about 48 on the Panther side.
Was eventually tackled by number 30, Sam Hansen.
penalty on the Coyotes.
And that'll push them back to the 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
So they will start this run on the 15-yard line. 1st down and 10.
Timeout called by GPL.
GPL calls their first timeout here at 6 minutes, 22 seconds left in the quarter.
Heat timeout, excuse me.
Correction, that's a heat timeout. Players retake the field. We're at 6 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock. We're at the 15-yard line. And the Coyotes are starting their 1 and 10. Handoff is made to number 28. He made quite a few yards on that.
28, Ethan Whitted on the carry there.
Ethan Whitted.
Eventually pushed down by number 22, Caleb Roberts. But
Taken down by Caleb Roberts, number 22, but quite a gain on that play. It looks like they're placing the ball at the 50-yard line.
1st and 10 Coyotes.
It's like a short throw to number 22, Austin Applehoff. Brought down almost immediately by Charlie Beck, but enough to give them about 6 yards.
Number 11, Martin Roush, number 5, Charlie Beck. Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 at the 44.
We're at 2nd and 4 on the 44-yard line. Handoff is made to number 5, Colin Bresky. Colin is taken down by
Colin Bresky, brought down by number 5,
Charlie Beck.
Looks to be 3rd and inches.
We got 3rd and inches here, just before the 40-yard line.
Guys, make some noise. Let's go. Just scream. Scream.
Handoff to number 28, Ethan Whitted.
Number 28
Gains about
gets outside.
Gains about 20 yards on that play.
Injured player on the field.
Looks like we have a Panther down. for Jan Andringa, lying on the field for a little while. He's up, moving on his own now.
It's going to be 1st and 10 Coyotes. Ball at the 22.
First down and 10 to go on the 22-yard line. We've got about 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in the quarter.
GPL timeout.
Timeout called by Coach Schleusner. Play resumes here again. Once again, we are at 4 minutes and 11 seconds in the quarter. We're at 1st and 10 on the 22nd yard line. Pass is thrown and received by number 3, Sam Dalton, for another Coyote touchdown.
For the Coyote touchdown. Touchdown pass there.
We're going to go for an extra point again.
False start against the Coyotes.
False start called against the Coyotes. That'll bring them back.
Move the extra point attempt 5 yards back.
Attempting now from the 15-yard line. Kick is no good. That'll bring the score to 13 for Waverly South Shore, 0 for the Panthers.
off for the Coyotes is number 26, Riley Sparks. Back to receive for the Panthers, number 5, Charlie Beck, and number 23, Riley Reisman.
Riley Sparks, number 26 for the Coyotes, will be making the kickoff here. Back to receive are Riley Reisman, number 23, and 5, Charlie Beck. Kick is received by number 5, Charlie Beck, who runs it up. Breaking through a line of Coyotes. Still standing. Brought down eventually at about the 30-yard line on the Coyote side.
Return there. Takes the ball all the way down deep into Coyote territory.
A lot of noise here from the Panthers. Ball is set down at the 31-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Pass off to Riley Reisman. He is brought down by number 28, Ethan Whitted. A little bit of a loss there. Looks like 13, 2 and 13. 3 minutes and 21 seconds left in the quarter. We're at 2nd and 13 on the 34-yard line. Panthers in possession. Ball carried by number 5, Charlie Beck. Looks like about a gain of 8, maybe.
Gain of about 7. It'll be 3rd and 5. Ball and 26.
3rd and 5 on the 26-yard line. Ball carried by number 11 there. Number 11, Martin Roche.
By number 11, Martin Roche. Gain of about 3. It's going to be 4th and 1. Ball at the 27.
Brings us to 4th and 1 at the 27-yard line.
Fumble on the snap, recovered by the Panthers, but it'll be a turnover on downs. 1st and 10 Coyotes.
That was a fumble on the snap, which brings us a turnover on downs. First and 10 for the Coyotes. 1 minute 28 remaining in the quarter. Pass play to number 5. He is just short of the play.
Pass is incomplete. Intended for number 5, Colin Bresky. Number 23, Riley Reisman on the coverage there. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 on the 24-yard line. Quarterback kept it, ran it up for a first down.
Brought down by number 11, Martin Rosh.
Eventually brought down by number 11, Martin Rosh.
First down.
Waverly South Shore first down.
1st and 10 Coyotes at the 44.
Here at the 44-yard line. It's like a false start.
Offsides against the Panthers.
Or offsides against the Panther.
5 yards. 49. 5-yard penalty.
It'll move the ball up to the 49-yard line. 1st and 5. Lateral pass to number 7, Davin Quayle. Davin brought down by number 21, Pierce Holeen.
Pierce Holeen on the tackle there.
Enough gain for a first down. About 20 seconds left here in the quarter. This will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now the score stands at 13 for the Waverly South Shore Coyotes, 0 for the Great Plains Lutheran Panthers.
GPL 0. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would like to direct your attention towards midfield. This past spring, the GPL boys golf team headed to the postseason with high hopes. They hoped to do what no other team had done in school history. Their goals were to win the region tournament and to also win the state championship.
It's like a presentation
While
here.
facing some of the best teams in the state, they won the golf region title for the first time ever.
If you have not heard, last spring our GPL golf team won the school's first ever state championship.
The state tournament held right here in Watertown. The 2-day tournament saw your Panthers take a 9-shot lead over the field.
On the field we have alumnus
They came back on the final day and
Aiden
extended that
Holeen,
lead to a 26-shot
alumnus
victory
Nick
over the second place team
Hansen,
for the first state title in GPL
his brother
history.
Sam Hansen, a freshman here at GPL, and Coach Tony Hansen.
Team members include Nick Hansen, who finished 3rd out of 115 golfers, Aiden Holeen, who finished 8th, Noah Fick, who finished 11th, and Sam Hansen, who finished 30th.
Also golfing on the team was Noah Fick, who is not here today.
Congratulations to the GPL golf team and their coach, Reverend Tony Hansen, South Dakota Class B state champions.
All right, second quarter will start here on the 42-yard line. Coyotes are in possession. They're 1st and 10. Handoff to number 28, Ethan Whitted. Manages to hold a few Panthers at bay, but is eventually brought down by number 22, Caleb Roberts, at about the 20-yard line.
Tackle finally made by number 22, Caleb Roberts. Not before another Coyote first down, though. First and 10 Coyotes.
First and 10 on the
Right about the
21-yard line. Handoff made to number 5.
Number 5, Colin Bresky.
Colin Bresky.
Brought down by number 23, Riley Reisman.
Brought down rather quickly by Riley Reisman, number 23 for the Panthers.
Brings
Short
up
gain on the
second
play.
and 7.
We're at second and about 8.
Ball at the 18.
Pass play to incomplete. Intended for number 5, Colin Bresky. Pass is incomplete.
Intended for number 5, Colin Bresky. Broken up by number 22, Caleb Roberts.
This will bring us to third down and 7 on the 18. Handoff to number 5. It's close. It is a touchdown. Runs it in for a touchdown. Number 5, Colin Bresky. That'll be the third touchdown of the night for the Coyotes.
Didn't get in. First and
on further reflection, it did not get in. So we've got first.
Yes, he did get in.
Sorry. Did get in. It looks like they're going for the extra point. Point is good.
Extra point's good.
That'll bring the score to 20 for the Coyotes and 0 for the Panthers. 10 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Kicking for the Coyotes is number 28, Ethan Whitted. Sorry, number 26, Riley Sparks will be kicking for the Coyotes. Back to receive, number 5, Charlie Beck, and number 23, Riley Reisman.
Kick rolls into the end zone.
Kick rolls into the end zone. Panthers will start at the 20-yard line.
20.
Handoff to number 22, Caleb Roberts. Gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Tackled by number 3, Sam Dalton.
He was brought down by Sam Dalton, number 3.
Gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Ball at the 24.
Sorry, gain of 4 on that play. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line. Handoff to Charlie Beck, brought down by a whole slew of Coyotes.
Handoff was to Charlie Beck. Looks like number 50.
The loss of a couple yards there. We've got 2nd and about 8 on 22. Sorry, 3rd and 8 on 22. Martin tries to get rid of the ball after facing some heat, but the ball was intercepted by number 20, Owen Combs. He is quickly brought down.
20, Owen Combs on the interception there. Coyotes will take over.
The Coyotes take over the ball at about the 18-yard line on the Panthers side. Ball is on the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. Coyotes in possession. Pass play to number 3. Pass is good. Number 3, Sam Dalton, touchdown.
End zone to number 3, Sam Dalton. Flag on the play, however. And it's against the Coyotes.
Flag on the play against the Coyotes. Looks like it'll be a 5-yard penalty for the Coyotes. First down and 15 yards on the 22.
First and 15. Ball at the 22.
Handoff made to number 5, Colin Bresky. He is brought out of bounds by Riley Reisman, number 23, at about the 8-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by Riley Reisman and 24, Jan Andringa.
Not quite enough to gain the first down. Gonna bring the chains out. Looks like it's just short.
First down.
Oh, no, he is calling it a first down.
It'll be first and goal for the Coyotes at the 8-yard line.
First and goal at the 8-yard line. About 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in the half. Handoff made to number 28. Meets resistance just short of the goal line.
Ethan Whitted up the middle.
Ethan Whitted, number 28.
Couple of Panthers in there to bring him down. Second down.
Second down at about the
At 4.
2-yard line.
Injured player on the field.
Waverly South Shore player hasn't gotten up yet. Players number 92, Connor Comas.
Injured players number 92.
Looks like some kind of leg pain. He's standing on his own. Looks like he's walking himself off the field. Eight minutes and 19 seconds left in the half. Ball is about the 4-yard line. Second down. Substitution on the play. Number 8 came out. 8 quarterback Ethan Krantz. In is number 12, Caleb Strikers.
Timeout.
And timeout taken by the Coyotes. The players retake the field here. It's about 7 minutes and 33 seconds left in the half. We're at second down and 4 on the 4-yard line. Coyotes in possession of the ball. Handoff made to number 28, Ethan Whitted, who runs it in for a touchdown. That is the 4th touchdown for the Coyotes tonight. Looks like they're going to attempt to convert this one. And conversion is good.
Number 5, Bresky into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Brings the score to 28 for the Coyotes and 0 for the Great Plains Panthers.
Coyotes, GPL 0.
Riley Sparks, number 26, will kick for the Waverly South Shore Coyotes. Back to receive again are 5, Charlie Beck, and number 23, Riley Reisman.
Offsides against the Coyotes.
Offsides called against the Coyotes. It'll move their kicking position back 5 yards.
It'll push them 5 yards back. That'll be a re-kick.
And we'll try this again. Once again, Charlie Beck and Riley Reisman back to catch or to receive. Kicker for the Coyotes is Riley Sparks. Kick is received by Riley Reisman, who runs it up. Manages to stay alive and still going, crosses midfield.
Riley Reisman.
And eventually run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Takes the ball into Coyote territory.
Well into Coyote territory here. We're going to be at 1st and 10 at the 43rd yard. Handed off to Riley Reisman, who runs it down for another big gain. Eventually pulled out of bounds by number 20, Owen Comas, but enough time for a Panther first down.
That's going to be a Panther.
Riley taken out at about the 16, 17-yard line.
First and 10 Panthers from the
1st and 10
line for the Coyotes.
from the 16-yard line. Handoff to Charlie Beck, who was brought down after a short gain.
Gain of about 3.
Looks like 2nd and 7.
Will be placed right about the 14.
The ball is sitting on the 14-yard line. Handoff made to Riley Reisman. Another short gain.
Riley Reisman trying to get outside. Ethan Wood with the tackle. No gain.
Ethan Whitted had the tackle there.
Now short
Gain of
about 3rd and 5.
About 2 yards. 3rd and 5 on the 12-yard line. Handoff to number 22, Caleb Roberts. Several flags down. Caleb is eventually brought down at about the 10-yard line. Multiple flags on the field.
And it's going to be against the Panthers.
Looks like the penalty's called against the Panthers. It's like a holding call.
Offensive holding. 10-yard penalty.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty. Got 3rd. Handoff made to Charlie Beck. Lost some yards on that. Taken down by number 5, Colin Bresky.
It'll be 4th down on the 30. Out.
4th.
yards to go.
4th and about 23 yards to go on the 30-yard line.
And timeout GPL.
GPL calls a timeout here. Clock shows about 4 minutes and 51 seconds left in the half.
For you Panther fans, again, tomorrow morning, the GPL volleyball team will be in Esteline for a tournament. On Monday, the JV football team will have a triangular up in Wilmot. That'll be starting at 5 o'clock. The cross-country team also has their first meet of the year at Millbank on Monday. And that'll get started at 5 o'clock too. And then on Tuesday of next week, the volleyball team has an away game at Hamlin, starting with the C game at 4:30, followed by the JV and the varsity.
All right, so we're ready to start play here again. The Panthers are in possession, but it doesn't look too great. It's 4th down and 23 on the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to play it out. Martin's holding on to the ball. Quarterback running it up. Made quite some distance, but not quite enough for a first down. Will be a turnover.
It's going to be a turnover on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 Coyotes.
Coyotes will start possession with the ball at the 14-yard line. Handoff is made to number 28. Runs it up, but is eventually taken down by Panther number 70, Dawson Wartink.
Grab the tackle there, number 70, Dawson Wartink.
Good, 1st and 10.
Cram's with the keeper.
Krantz tried to keep that one. There's a flag on the play.
Though. And it'll be against the Coyotes.
Flag is against the Coyotes. Be a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15.
5-yard penalty, 1st and 15.
Ball sitting at about the 22. Pass play to number 38, Chase Sparts.
Pass is caught by number 38, Chase Sparts. Tackle by number 22, Caleb Roberts.
Chase was taken down by number 22, Caleb Roberts.
Gain of 6. It'll be 2nd
There
and
was
9.
a gain of 6 on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 9 to go on the 33-yard line. Sorry, the 27-yard line. Quarterback keeper brought down by Charlie Beck, number 5.
Bresky up the middle, tackle by Jan Andrinka. And number 5, Charlie Beck. Gain of 3. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 7 at the 30.
Got 3rd down and 7 to go on the 30-yard line.
Was in there too.
Lateral pass to number 7, Davin Quayle. Brought down almost immediately
Charlie Beck tackles number 7, Davin
by
Quayle.
Charlie Beck.
Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to be 4th
Loss
down
of 2 on the play, so it's about 4th down and 8.
Wow, on 28.
Got just about 2 minutes left in the half.
Actually received the punt is number 5. And we have a timeout called by the Coyotes.
Coyotes call a timeout here once again. Clock is at about 1 minute, 40 seconds. As play resumes here, we're at 1 minute 40 seconds left in the first half of the game. Score stands at 28 for the Coyotes, 0 for your Great Plains Lutheran Panthers. It's 4th and 8 on the 28-yard line. Coyotes in possession. flag is down on the punt.
Whittett's punt goes out of bounds.
Punt goes out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Spartz's punt, excuse me.
We set the chains down at the 43-yard line. Panthers in possession at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10. There's about a minute and a half left in the first half here.
1st and 10 Panthers at the 43-yard line.
Handoff to Riley Reisman. It's eventually taken out of bounds by number 28. That's Ethan Whitted.
Hit out of bounds. It's going to be 2nd and about 1.
2nd and 1. At the Coyote 48-yard line. Rosh passes off to Riley Reisman. There's a flag on the play. Riley is brought down by number 28, Ethan Whitted, at about the 45-yard line. Once again, a flag did get thrown in on the play there.
Flag is against the Panthers.
Flag is against the Panthers. Move him back 5 yards. So we've got second and 5. Handoff to Charlie Beck, who's brought down almost immediately.
Handoff to Charlie Beck, no gain.
Loss on the play. Down to less than a minute and a half. It looks like 3rd down.
45.
Third down and 6 on the 47-yard line on the Panther side of the field. Pass play, one of the first for the Panthers, intercepted by number intercepted by number 20, Owen Comas. Brought down eventually by number 81 of the Panthers, Joe Tischer.
Martin Rosh's pass is intercepted there. There are multiple flags in the play, though.
Quite a few flags down on that play.
after the interception, though, so it'll be first and 10 Coyotes from the 40.
Holding called on the Coyotes, but the penalty occurred after the pick was made. So we're looking at first and 10 for the Coyotes. 16 seconds left in the half. Ball is placed at the 40-yard line on the Coyote side of the field. Lateral pass to number 5, Colin Bresky. Brought down by number 11 of the Panthers, Martin Roche, at about the 31-yard line.
Runs for about 30 yards there. Martin Roche helped the tackle.
There was a flag on the play pretty early on.
Flag against the Coyotes, though.
Looks like the penalty was against the Coyotes, which will move them back 5 yards.
Ball will move back to the 35. It'll be first and 15.
Ball is placed on the 35-yard line in Coyote territory. It is first and 15 with 3 seconds to go in the half. Timeout taken by the Coyotes. Play resumes here. We've got 3 seconds on the clock in this first half. It's first and 15, Coyote possession on the 35-yard line in Coyote territory. Pass play up to number 5 falls short, incomplete.
Pass is short, intended for number 5, Colin Bresky. Yana Dringa in coverage there. And that'll do it for the first half.
That brings us to the end of the first half. Waverly South Shore stands at 28, and the GPL Panthers have yet to score. I am going to leave you here for just a minute, and I'll join you for the second half of the game in just a little bit. All right, I'm back here with you as we start the second half. If you're just joining us now, we're just starting the second half. The score is 28 to the Coyotes of Waverly South Shore and 0 for your Great Plains Lutheran Panthers. Kicking for the Coyotes is Riley Sparts. Back to receive number 5, Charlie Beck. And number 23, Riley Reisman. Kick is caught by Riley Reisman. He runs it up the middle. Still standing. Crosses midfield and is brought down by Riley Sparts at about the 38-yard line.
Number 26, Riley Sparks, the kicker. It's going to be 1st and 10 Panthers on the 36.
1st and 10 on the 36-yard line. Handoff attempted for Charlie Beck, but fumble is recovered by the Coyotes. Number 28 with the recovery there. That is Ethan Whitted.
Coyotes will take over at the 44.
First and 10 for the Coyotes on the 44-yard line in their territory. Handoff to number 5. 5 is Colin Bresky. Couple flags thrown, but 5 is still standing. He dodges quite a bit of resistance, but is eventually brought down by Caleb Roberts, number 22.
Hard run down the sideline, dodges a couple of Panthers, and finally tackled by number 22, Caleb Roberts. Over a flag on the play, it's going to be a hold against the Coyotes. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
10-yard penalty for holding at the spot of the foul. The holding call is against the Coyotes. First and 11 on the 43-yard line. Little early movement there from Dawson Wartank of the Panthers.
Flag on the play.
That'll move the ball up 5 yards.
Charge against the Panthers.
Should
Offside.
be
5-yard penalty. Be 1st and 5.
First and 6 now.
Ball on the 48.
Ball lies on the 48-yard line. I'm back. Sorry for the short interruption there. Our tech guy came in. It looks like our athletic director, Mr. Mike Haugley, is going to join me for some commentary here. We're at 3rd and 8 on the 46-yard line. Coyotes in possession. Quarterback is holding on to it, and he's brought down by number 5, Charlie Beck.
Looks like I should have come up here sooner.
Yeah. Got a little more fire since halftime there.
Good to see the defense get into the backfield and make a couple of plays there. Pluger with the deflection a couple of plays ago and a couple of negative plays here to force 4th and long.
Sparks on to punt. Reisman back to return.
It's 4th and 15. Sparks is back to punt.
And a timeout is called by the Panthers.
Panthers call a timeout at this point.
Well, Coach Foxon, I don't know what you guys have been talking about all night, but have we talked any cross country?
I did mention that our first meet will be in Millbank on Monday, 27th. That meet starts at 5 o'clock.
How many kids do we have on the cross country team this year?
Currently we have 14 kids running on the cross country team. There's 3 that are from the grade school St. Martin's in town, and those are Olivia Holman, Daria Poor, and Hallie Bauer, our principal, GPL principal's daughter. And then we've got 11 GPL students. Punt is out of bounds at about the 31-yard line.
Let's see if the Panther offense can take the momentum of a stop and turn it into a good drive here. They've had a couple of opportunities in the first half of getting the ball deep into Coyote territory, and then something has happened to move them back, whether it be penalties or turnovers on downs, and see if they can get a good drive together here and get some points on the board.
Panther possession here, 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. Handoff to Charlie Beck. Charlie's brought down at about the 44-yard line. Brought down by number 12, Caleb Strikers. Enough gain there for a Panther first down.
1st and 10 for the Panthers at the 44.
Panthers at 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. About 8 minutes and 48 seconds left. Handoff to Charlie.
Pitches to Caleb Roberts.
Caleb Roberts.
We have a Coyote down, trying to get up, but it looks like he's going to need some attention here. When you get the first game of the year, Coach Foxon, I always see, look in the second half, if there are any cramping situations that happen. And kids have not been in this type of a situation. First game of the year, it's warm, it's muggy. They think that hydration isn't necessarily as important until they finally get into that first game. So as we go throughout the second half here, you might see some of that cramping. Looked like one Coyote was cramping up towards the end of the second quarter already. So hopefully our Panthers are hydrated and able to play the rest of this game.
2nd and 9 on the 44. Pass off is made to Riley Reisman, who is brought down.
Riley Reisman tackled there by number 12. Caleb
It's like no gain made on the play.
Bring up 3rd and 9.
Speaking of the cramping in the early season here, I noticed the timeout for heat What decides that call when the refs?
Well, early in the season, the refs are supposed to give a heat timeout once a quarter, just kind of an extra couple of seconds for the teams to get some extra water to kind of prevent for that cramping and stay hydrated. So we should see that. We're at about 7.5 minutes left here in this quarter, so probably the next change of possession you should see the officials signal for an extra heat timeout.
We got 3rd and 9 on the 44. Handoff to Caleb Roberts.
Handoff is to Caleb Roberts. Gain of about 5 or 6. It's going to be 4th down at the 49.
That's a nice gain that gives Coach Loiser an opportunity to
Four
think
to
about
go.
going for it here. Ball right around midfield. Needing to get some scores on the board. We'll see what the Panthers decide to do.
Fourth and 4 on the 49. The ball's sent to Riley Reisman.
Bouncing off of defenders.
Pitches
Close.
to Riley Reisman.
Looks like it is going to be close.
Tackle made by number 5, Colin Bresky, number 22, Austin Applehoff, but not before a Panther.
Looks like the Panthers made a first down there. So they're moving the chains. Ball sits at about the 45-yard line.
That was a really nice second and third effort by the senior running back, refusing to be stopped on the pivotal 4th down. Now he gets a new set of downs for his team here on the 45-yard line.
There's 6 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. We've got 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line in the Coyote territory. Martin's going to keep this one. He's running it up. Manages to break away from some resistance. Brought down eventually by number 20, Owen Gomez.
By number 20, Owen Gomez, but not
Very
before
nice
a
ball
Panther.
fake by the quarterback, and then the block that sprung him was by number 5, senior leader Charlie Beck.
1st and 10 Panthers
One
coming
broken
up here
tackle
at
and
the
Martin
25-yard
Ross
line
is
of
off
the
to the
Coyotes.
races.
We got 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. Handoff made to Riley
Handoff to
Reisman.
Riley.
Brought down at about the 15-yard line.
I think that Riley landed right on the ball, and when that
Tackled there
happens,
by
you usually get the wind knocked out of you. It
Yeah,
hurts
he
like
looks-
crazy, but it's not a serious injury, and as soon as you get your breath back, you're good to go. But he had that ball in his belly, and the way that he got tackled, it looked like he probably got the wind knocked out of him. Certainly hope that that's all that this is. It's going to take him a minute or so. He's not in a lot of comfort right now at all.
Injured player on the field is Riley Reisman.
Hopefully he can bounce back and help finish this drive off for the Panthers. You know, Mr. Foxon, as we're waiting here, this being the first game of the year, it's an opportunity to see what kind of team we have this year. Certainly the thing that's the most obvious is the numbers. We have 32 boys that are on the football team this year, which is the biggest number that I've seen in my 5 years here.
Mhm.
And that's great to see. And only 2 of those guys are seniors, and one of them is on the ground right now and getting to his feet. And being the first game, it's an opportunity to see kind of who the natural leaders are and watching the younger guys grow up and take bigger roles on the team. But there's no doubt that our 2 seniors are the leaders. And of those 2, Riley's got the most experience. So it's probably a gut check time here for the Panthers to see if they can finish off this drive without him for the moment. He's signaling to the crowd that he's fine. We expect to see him back soon. But the Panthers have work to do here. They've been here before this game, and they have not been able to execute, and therefore don't have any points yet. Let's see if they can execute and get a score.
Once again, we're at 2nd and 10 on the 25-yard line.
2nd and 1.
Sorry, 2nd and 1.
We got flags. There was some flinching going on.
Start here.
And call's going to go against the Panthers.
5-yard penalty.
Ball's going to be brought back 5 yards. Just under 5 minutes left in quarter 3. We've got 2nd and 6. Handoff made to Charlie Beck. Brought down immediately by number 26.
Handoff to Charlie Beck.
Riley Sparks.
There, number 12, Caleb Strickert. And number 3, Sam Dalton also there as well. Loss of about 8. It's going to be 3rd and 9.
There's some pretty good penetration there on the Coyote line. Must have been a miscommunication
Ball
with the
on the
Panthers
24.
as to who is blocking who. Let's see if they can come up with a good play here to at least make it 4th and manageable, if not pick up this first down.
3rd and 9 on the 24. Martin's going to hold on to it, but he loses the ball. The fumble was recovered by number 22 of the Coyotes, Austin Applehoff.
Yeah, some trickeration by the Panther offense there.
Coyotes.
Looked like Martin was going to be close to a first down, and perhaps by trying to strain for that extra yardage, the ball security got a little bit lax. And seems like there's a force field around the 15-yard line, Mr. Fox. Whenever we get close, it pushes us back.
Right.
It's got to be the dirt.
Coyotes will take over at
Well, the last time the defense was on the field, they got a punt. They got nice stops. Let's see if they can do that again.
Four minutes and 13 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The score stands at 28 to the Waverly South Shore Coyotes. Handoff made to number 5 there, Colin Bresky. Ran it up for a small gain, about 6.
2nd and 4.
Yeah, that play looked like it had some pretty
Ball
serious
right
big play
24.
potential, but pretty good pursuit by the Panthers to take the cutback lane away.
But 2nd down and 4 on the 24-yard line. Handoff to number 28. Brought down by Panther number 16, Jasper Lean.
Ethan Whitted on the handoff there, tackled by 16, Jasper Lean.
Well, Mr. Foxton, I'm starting to see what I was
Not before
predicting.
Kyle,
I
first
see
down.
we have one Panther on the sideline getting stretched out for
Kyle's
cramps.
start first and 10
And
and
after
32.
that play, I saw another one on the field stretching out his calves as if he's fighting the cramping on the field. So here we are getting towards the end of the 3rd quarter. Those kids that are playing on both sides of the ball have been out there the whole evening. Ooh, we got lots of movement. Who moved?
Yeah.
False start against the Coyotes, 5-yard penalty.
So a false start against the Coyotes. That's a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 15 back at the 32-yard line.
Ball is at 27.
Sorry, the 27-yard line. Pass play to number 5. Didn't quite make it there in time. Pass incomplete.
Pass intended for
Intended for
there. Was that Bresky, number 5?
Colin Bresky, yep.
Yeah, he had a step or two on the defense.
And coverage there.
Crayons put it out there and hoped that he could run under it. Just put it out there a little too far. You might see another pass play here as we're looking at 2nd and long, 2nd and 15.
Another pass. This one also incomplete. Looks like it may have been intended for number 20, Owen Comas, or possibly number 38, Chase Sparks.
Looked like the Coyotes were trying to run some kind of slant pattern combination there on the right side. Yeah, I still see 2 guys out there in the Panthers. You can see Nathan Bean, 25, and Caleb Roberts, 22, are both stretching out the calves almost every time the play is over. It's important for them when they do come out to get some fluids in them, maybe some Gatorade. It would be best to be pickle juice.
Lateral pass to number 20, incomplete.
It's about the 4th time they've run that play. Trying to get the Panthers to over-pursue following the quarterback, and then they throw it back across the grain. Now we got Joe
81 also stretching out.
I'm telling you, hydration, hydration, hydration.
So it's 3rd and 15 on the 27-yard line.
Yana Drigo back to return the punt.
Punt is caught by Jan Andringa. It's brought down at the 45-yard line by number 5, Colin Bresky. He's having a hard time getting up, it looks like.
Down. Somebody that was part of the tackle is down for the Coyotes. He's going to get some help over to
Colin Bresky, yeah.
Shout out to our trainer, Trisha Riefenberger. She's been an active lady tonight.
She's been working hard tonight, yeah.
Panthers at the 45.
So the Panthers are at the 45-yard line in their own territory.
Do we have a heat timeout here? Looks like we do. It's important for the guys to get this fluid now. You see lots of guys on the sideline going for the water bottles. You know, with a good drive here, we got about 2:21 on the clock here. If the Panthers can put a good drive together in the next 2 minutes or so, they will have won the quarter 7-0, which still need to do more in order to get back and win the game, but you take those victories, small victories, and try to win quarters and string those together and see if the Panther offense can have some more big plays and get themselves back down towards the goal line here.
Right. Right, as the players retake the field here, we're at 2 minutes, 21 seconds left in quarter 3. It's 1st down and 10. Panthers in possession on the 45-yard line. You can hear him?
Can you hear me?
I can't tell if it's through here. Martin Rosh was brought down there in the backfield. Loss of about 6 yards on that play. Got 2nd and 15 on the 40-yard line. Handoff made to number 25, Nathan Bean.
Nathan Bean on the carry.
He's brought down by 22, Austin Applehoff.
Yeah, Nathan took a big shot there. About 2 or 3 guys that hit him at the same time trying to shake it off. He might need a couple minutes here. He's also been one of those struggling with the cramping,
right.
So that probably didn't help.
About 3. It'll be 3rd and 19. Ball at the
Got 3rd and 19
37.
on the 37-yard line. Under a minute left to play this quarter. Pass play to number 22, Caleb Roberts. Caleb is driven out of bounds at the 49-yard line.
That's got to feel really, really good for Martin Rosh.
Right.
He's making his first start at quarterback, just a sophomore. Lots to work on, certainly, but you got to love the athleticism at the quarterback position. And he's had a rough go throwing the ball today, but really good to see him go back,
Number 8,
have some time to get the good pass off and throw a strike down to Caleb.
Looking at 4th and 8 on the 47-yard line. Half a minute left in the quarter. Timeout called by Coach Schleusner of the Great Plains Panthers.
For those of you that are tuning in and looking for more Panther action, we will be live streaming all of our games at the football field here. We got obviously this one and then 3 more. We'd like to thank Vast Broadband for providing the internet coverage out here at Watertown Stadium. I'd like to thank the stadium manager, Brad Mack, for putting the field all together. Looks great as always. This is actually the first high school game on Watertown Stadium's field this year, as Watertown is on the road this weekend and they have not had their home opener. The next Panther event that's going to be live streamed, the next home game, is Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. Varsity volleyball action. Well, all the volleyball games will be on, but the varsity games will be starting somewhere around 7:15, 7:30-ish, depending on how the JV games go. So tune in around 7 or so, or earlier if you want to watch the younger kids play some volleyball on Thursday.
Another pass play. Pass is incomplete.
Rosh's pass intended for number 21.
Will be a turnover on downs here. Looks like we have another player down.
It'll be a turnover on downs.
Is that Caleb Roberts, number 22?
Yeah, Caleb looked like he was blocking on that play, and not really sure what's happening with him, but he's getting looked at here for a little while.
More players getting stretched out here as well. Looks like Riley Reisman might be having some calf issues. Nathan Bean.
And the list goes on. It almost looks like Caleb's lower leg is being looked at. You know, one thing that Coach Schleusner has talked to me about a little bit throughout the first couple weeks of practice and now that we're a week into school is how much he likes his team. We touched earlier about how young they are, but there's a lot of people that have been playing for the Panthers previous years that are assuming some bigger roles this year.
Mm-hmm.
There's certainly a lot to learn, and maybe we saw that a little bit in the first half as Waverly got some bigger plays. But if you look at how things have been going here in the third quarter, we're at a stalemate. No one has scored, and we only have a couple seconds left in the quarter. So perhaps that's a good sign of some of the younger guys learning their responsibilities and some halftime adjustments that were made as some teammates helped Caleb off of the field here. It doesn't look like he's putting any pressure on his right leg. And so with the young team, there's certainly going to be growing pains, and they certainly might be painful at times, but from the coaching perspective, as long as you're seeing that growth, that's a good thing, and maybe they're going to be able to see that just in the course of first half, second half here.
Looks like Riley's coming out of the game to get some more work done on his calf as well. All right, Coyotes in possession. We're 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. Handoff made to number 28. That is Ethan Whitted. He is brought down by Austin Biller, number 51, and number 12, John Bush.
That flag's where the tackle happened.
Personal foul, face mask against the Coyotes, 15-yard penalty.
It's like a face mask call against the Coyotes. It's a 15-yard penalty.
This might be a small thing, but being that it's a warm night, it's maybe a disadvantage to be wearing the dark uniforms because that would absorb more heat, especially when the sun was out. I mean, Panthers are home; they have to wear blue. There's no choice, but that could be working a little bit to their disadvantage in comparison to the Coyotes. They get to wear their road whites.
All right, that ends the third quarter here. Score still stands at 28 for the Coyotes, 0 for Panthers. No points scored in that third quarter. Riley's still getting work done on his calf down there.
Those cramps, they're tough, Once you start to cramp up, it's really hard to get enough hydration in you in a short time frame to get back to 100%. You might see them try to get back in the game, and they'll give it their all, but the best thing about a cramp is that it's temporary. It's not going to be like they're going to be out for practice next week or certainly for the games, but all they want to do is get out there and help their team, and they just physically are slowed by all the cramping.
So we get ready to begin the last quarter of the game here. Coyotes are at 28 points against the Great Plains Panthers at 0 points. Starting out with 1st and 17 on the 45-yard line. Some early movement there from Great Plains player number 71, Trent Lean, a new freshman.
Getting a little bit over aggressive. That's tough. Hopefully he can learn his lesson and watch the football rather than listening to the quarterback's voice. He'll get it.
12 to go.
This ball gets moved up to about midfield. 1st and 12. Pass play. Pass is long. Incomplete.
Chase Sparts, incomplete. Martin Roush on coverage there.
Seen that combination a couple times where the outside receiver does a slant in and the inside guy does a cross to the outside, trying to make the cornerbacks for the Panthers confused as to who they should cover. Fortunately for the Panthers that time, it went through the receiver's hands. Now it sets up 2nd and long.
Another pass play. Pass is complete to number 22. Brought down by Jasper Lean, John Bush, number 12. Brought down at about the 45-yard line.
One of the things that was causing the Panther defense problems in the first half was broken tackles. Maybe that's just a result of this being the first game and kind of getting used to action for the first time. But one of the things that stood out to me as I was watching the Panther defense there in the third quarter was that they did much better at making the initial tackle. And another good example of that there with John Bush wrapping up the receiver. Now we got 3rd and long.
Early flag on the play. The quarterback's going to keep it. Brought down by number 18, Braden Schultz, with a little assistance there from Austin Biller.
Tackled by 21, Pearsall Lean. Flag on play.
Yeah, this is coming back. The Coyotes had 2 people in motion at the time of the snap. Some discussion as to whether or not they want to take this one. Decline.
Illegal shift.
Decline. Panthers want to set up 4th down. Do or die play here.
It'll be 4th down. And about 3 to go.
Let's see if we can get some penetration into the backfield. See if someone in the line can break free or a linebacker busting through there.
Got 4th and 3 on the 40-yard line. Pass off to number 28. 28 is Ethan Whitted.
That'll be enough for a first down.
It does look like enough for a first down.
Made by Austin Biller and Charlie Beck.
We got 1st and 10 at about the 35-yard line. Pass off to number 7, Davin Quayle. Davin manages to shake off a few Panthers, but is eventually brought down by number 24, Jan Andringa.
There's some good penetration in the backfield there by Joe Tischer. Forced him to bounce it out wide, but pretty good running there to get around a couple defenders and make a big gain there on first down, setting up 2nd and short.
2nd and 2.
Will bring us to 2nd and 2.
Ball at the 27.
Pass off made to number 20. 20 is Owen Comus. He is brought down by number 11 and number 24. 24 will be Jan Andringa, number 11, Martin Rosh.
And Jan Andringa.
I think we're going to get illegal motion here by the Coyotes again.
Flags are out.
When they bring that runner in motion, 2 things. Number 1, he cannot move forward toward the line of scrimmage, and sometimes it seems like they've been doing that. And secondly, nobody else can move in motion, and sometimes that's been happening. And we've seen that called against the Coyotes multiple times tonight, illegal motion or illegal shift.
Lateral pass to number 22, Austin Applehoff.
Pass complete to Applehoff. Tackle made by John Bush.
John Bush makes the tackle. And it's enough for a first down. Just under 10 minutes left in the quarter, in the game.
First and 10 Coyotes at the 24.
It's 1st and 10 at the 24. Hand off to number 28, Ethan Whitted. He is able to gain enough yardage to get their 5th touchdown of the night.
Yeah, it looked like the Panther defenders were sucked inside, and one decent block around the edge allowed for the runner to make it all the way around towards the pylon and get in. One thing that I've been impressed with Waverly is their kicker. He's been really kicking it really hard. Missed one, I think, out of the 3 that he's attempted so far, but he's got a pretty solid leg. Let's see if we can get some penetration from the line to block one of these. Actually, they're going to go for 2.
They're going to go for 2 again, it looks like. Quarterback's going to take it in himself.
Yes.
2-point conversion is good.
Conversion is good.
Yeah, I think so. Watch the official. No changes. Yep, so it's not right now because of the score, but once the ball's in play.
Brings the score to 36 for
Stops
Waverly,
for
0
scores
for
and
Great
timeouts.
Plains.
And injuries. Yep, thank you. Bye.
Did you say there will be a change?
Well, now that we have a 35-point deficit gap in the game, we should see running clock here, which will bring the last couple minutes of the game to a close a little bit quicker, unless the Panthers can put together a comeback here. The Panthers will be in action next Friday night. The opponents, the Dual Cardinals.
Like to thank our
That'll be a road game as the Panthers head over to Clear Lake. If you are able to make it over there, we'd love to see you cheering on the Panthers.
Is fast.
See, we've got Charlie Beck and
Yeah.
Pierce O'Lean way back at the 10-yard line waiting for this kick. I would like to see Pierce get this and just run as fast as he can. He's one of the fastest guys in the
Pierce
team.
O'Lean and Charlie Beck back to receive.
It's a short one.
Picked up by Jan Andringa. He is brought down by a couple Coyotes. Brought down by Caleb Strikers and Sam Dalton.
Pretty good awareness by the blockers. You know, they probably are thinking more that their job is to find someone to block. But short kick, trying to get the ball just to roll around the ground and see if the Coyotes could pounce on it. And Jan scooped it up and got what he could.
1st and 10 Panthers at the 42.
Ball will be set down at the 42-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
It's like the Panthers are putting a couple other bodies into the game that haven't been in for a while. Number 17 for the Panthers.
Number 17, Gavin Dornbush, freshman.
Getting some time on the line.
And off up the middle to Charlie Beck.
Hand off to Charlie Beck. He tries to drive it up the middle. Makes a few yards on the play.
Looks like the Coyotes have put some other players in on defense too, so we got some
That is enough for a first down.
some fresh bodies on the field for both teams.
We have 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line.
Panthers at the 48-yard
Sorry,
line.
48-yard line.
Let's see if the Panthers have something in the tank here and can put a drive together and march down the field.
Hand off to Riley Reisman. Takes it up the middle. Brought down by number 12, Caleb Strikers, at about the 40-yard line.
So Some nice blocking up ahead of Riley on that play. Good to see the Panthers getting on their blocks there, knowing who they were supposed to block and allowing Riley to get a good gain on first down and put them in a good position here at second down and short. You know, these reps for these young guys that are starting to come in are really valuable to be able to get their first game under their belt, to be able to get on the field, especially some of these freshmen.
Handoff of the middle to number 21, Pierce Holeen.
Handoff to Pierce Holeen.
And forward progress gives the Panthers 8.
Pierce is able to make enough gain for another first down. Ball is set at the 37-yard line.
I noticed that Pierce changed his number this year. Now he's wearing 21, which used to be worn by his brother, who's graduated and moved on to college. And he's taken up the family role of wearing 21 for the blue and white.
Ball is handed off to number 17, Gavin Dornbush. A few flags on the play.
Yeah, they're going to get a hold here on the Panthers. Kind of out in the open, pretty obvious one there. I don't remember who was out there, but one of those things when a running back bounces it outside of the intended spot, sometimes the blocker's expecting him to go to one side, and then they go the opposite way, and then that jersey stretches, and it's an easy call for the officials to make. See if they can overcome the penalty.
Back to the 46.
The ball is brought back to the 46-yard line, a loss of 10 yards on that penalty. We've got first and 20.
Handoff to 24.
Handoff to Jan Andringa, number 24.
I like it when guys are playing hard, even if maybe the game is not so much in doubt anymore. And I'm going to give a shout out to Riley Reisman on that play. The play ended and he was blocking 18 yards downfield. He was just sustaining his block. Love to see that from a senior leader, showing the guys that even if the game is maybe beyond reach now, every single play is important and every rep is important, especially as we said how young the Panthers are and all the learning that can be done here, even in the fourth quarter.
Handoff to Riley Reisman. Riley drives it up the right side of the field.
Big shot to Riley Reisman.
That was a nice gain on the play.
A bunch of coyotes in on the tackle there.
It's going to set up a third down for the Panthers, but much more manageable.
About 3rd and 5.
Riley displayed a good amount of patience on that play. That big sweeping play to the right. Needs to let his blockers find their blocks, and he has to just kind of let that develop, and he did a good job of waiting, and then as soon as he saw the hole, he accelerated through and got as much as he could.
Handoff to Pierce Holeen this time. This is able to move it forward. Don't know if it's enough for a first down.
I'm going to pick on another block that I saw out there. Cameron Schmidt, number 50, is in the game at the moment for the Panthers on the line, and he drove his guy way back off the, probably about 8 to 10 yards by the time the play was over. Fun to see the guys learning and playing hard. Cameron's a first-year player for the Panthers, even though he's a junior. It's great to have him on the team, and good to see him getting some time out there right now.
About 3 minutes left in the game. We're at 4th down and 2 to go on the 27-yard line. Looks like a timeout taken by the Coyotes.
So I'm going to try to look in on the Panthers. It's kind of hard when they're all bunched up, but just to give you an idea of the youth that's out there at the moment. You have the 2 seniors, Charlie Beck and Riley Reisman, that have been carrying the ball a bunch here on this drive. You have the quarterback, sophomore Martin Raj, but then on the line, you have number 81 junior Joe Tischer. You have number 17 freshman Gavin Dornbush. You have number 50 Cameron Schmidt, who's a junior playing in his first year. We got two more guys that I can't see their numbers of at the moment, but bottom line is there's youth out there right now, and every rep is important for these guys. Just the hands-on learning that's happening right now. We got a 4th and 2, an important play in the drive, obviously, being 4th down. I know the Panthers really want to get this thing in the end zone here, so got to convert.
Martin's holding on to the ball. He is able to make it for a first down. Knocked out of bounds at about the 18-yard line.
That's what excites you when you think about Martin playing quarterback. It's the escapability, whether that be to run the ball or if it's just scrambling to find open guys to throw it to. And there's a lot of potential for him with his athleticism. And he'll keep on working on some of those fundamentals, and the coaches will work with him and certainly look to see his improvement throughout the year. Many people forget that Martin broke his arm last year as a freshman and didn't get to play a lot, so he's still learning how this whole high school thing works.
He's got 1st and 10 on the 18-yard line. Handoff made to Pierce Holine. Pierce is brought down at about the 14-yard line. Gain of about 4.
And ball will be at the 17-yard line. 2nd and 4.
Got 2nd and 4 to go on the on the 14-yard line. Long pass to the end zone intended for number 17, Gavin Dornbush, but the pass is incomplete.
Alright, we're under 1 minute to go here. Time is going to be a little bit of the essence that the Panthers are going to get this thing in. They're 13 yards away. It's 3rd down. The Panthers do have the opportunity to stop the clock once if they need to. Let's see if we can get that touchdown to end the game.
Martin held on to the ball again, brought down pretty roughly at about the 11-yard line.
Tackle number 10, Aiden Gomez, and a couple others there.
He looked to be in pain for a second there, but he got up and he's looking okay now. We got about 20 seconds left on the clock for the game. Score still stands at 36 for the Coyotes, 0 for the Great Plains Panthers.
Panthers are going to use their last time out here. Probably thinking that this will be the last play. It's pretty hard to get 2 plays off in 20 seconds without being able to stop the clock. And Panthers need to find 10 more yards to get to the goal line. So Coach Schleusner is talking to the boys, and we'll probably see what their best play that they have for 10 yards here.
Again, 3rd and 4 on the 10-yard line with only 20 seconds left in the game. Just going to give a lateral pass to Riley Reisman. Riley's going to run it in for a touchdown.
There we go.
First Panther touchdown of the season.
See the Panthers playing hard all the way to the end. This is nothing more than a pride touchdown in the big scheme of the game, but this is a huge lift off the Panthers' shoulders. It's It's a big pass for Martin Roche, his first passing touchdown as a quarterback. And as a senior, Riley Reisman is able to find pay dirt for the first time, something he's done a lot over his career,
John Bush on
it's
to
good to
attempt
get
the
that
extra
first one out
point.
of the way.
John Bush will attempt the extra point. And it's wide and short, or wide and low.
Extra point is blocked and no good.
Brings the score 36 for Waverly, 6 for your Great Plains Panthers.
As we mentioned, next week, Friday, the Panther football team will be traveling to Clear Lake to play the Dual Cardinals. If you can make it out there, that'd be great. The next opportunity that the Panthers will have at home is in 2 weeks. You can mark your calendars, September 7th. That is also Grandparents' Day for those of you that have grandchildren playing either on the team or just attending GPL. We'd love to see you at school that day. If you plan to attend, please contact the office so that we can make proper preparations for you. And then that evening, the Panthers will be back in action here at Watertown Stadium against the Clark-Willow Lake Cyclones. Again, that's on September 7th. Kickoff is set for 7 o'clock.
We've got about 15 seconds left in this game.
Kicking off for the Panthers,
Number 12, John Bush, will kick off for the Panthers. Back to receive is number 24, Josh Gross. Josh catches, but takes a knee.
And that should be the last play of the game as we're still in running clock here.
Final score for the game, Waverly South Shore Coyotes 36,
Great Plains Panthers 6.
I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to our broadcast tonight. Again, a thanks to Bass for providing the internet services out here. It's good to see the boys back in action. I know the guys were hoping maybe for a better score. Certainly there are some things that the guys can clean up, some turnovers, some penalties, things like that. It's the first game. There's lots of things that the coaches are going to want to work on.
First game and a youngish team.
Yeah.
So
And, you know, some of those mistakes were made. They looked like young mistakes, and just got to try to go back to the drawing board at practice and learn from those mistakes. I know the guys will watch film, and we'll just see what kind of improvements they make. That's the joy of a fun team, is you can come back and watch them later in the year. And every opponent's going to be different. There's going to be teams with different skill sets and things of that nature, but you'll see how much the guys have grown in their roles and just learning the game more.
all right. All right. Well, thank you for joining us here on the internet. Until next time, this is Matthew Foxon and Mike Housley.
Have a great night.